because we have this huge fork that Damian Woody was using yesterday. So let's talk about some teams and ask if we think that they're ready to stick a fork in them. Dominique, are you ready to stick a fork in the Kansas City Chiefs?
Yeah, and I mean, in the words of the great James Harrison, I done lost hope. Every week I have more and more confidence that the Chiefs are going to figure it out. Actually, I picked the Texans to beat them last week, but you saw the way that they look. They got Patrick out there limping and looking sad. They can't make the plays. The D is just all out blitzing out of desperation. I think that they're probably done. They're going to miss the playoffs. They definitely are not Super Bowl caliber right now.
All right, let's go to the next team. Jeff Saturday, are you ready to stick that huge fork in the Baltimore Ravens?
Stick a fork in them, Greeny.
Really?
Listen, I don't understand. They had 6 opportunities to put it in the zone last week against the highest paid defense that Graz thinks 500 is going to be perfect for. No. I don't understand. Like they
had one touchdown called off in very bizarre fashion.
Yeah, it should have been a catch. I get that, but when you look at this football team, since he came back from the injury, Lamar does not look the same. I don't see how they make this thing.
All right, how about the Dallas Cowboys? Graziano, are you going to stick a fork in them?
Let me see this fork. Let me see this fork. No. Fork. You can keep your fork.
Okay.
Yeah. No, but the Washington Commanders and New York Giants have been eliminated from division contention. That means only the Cowboys can win it because the Eagles did last year. And look, 5 turnovers by Jalen Hurts on a Monday night. You mean to tell me odd and evil forces aren't at work here? Like something weird is going on, just like happened 2 years ago. No, you cannot. No, I will not believe the NFC East streak is over until I see it.
You know who agrees with you? Is Jerry Jones. And I have maybe my new favorite Jerry Jones quote. Jerry Jones is in New York this morning, and in his radio interview, he said, quote, on the Eagles losing and the playoff door still being open, real excited. They didn't even need to put any fuel in the plane. I flew up here on my own. We sure got a shot at this thing.
Yeah.
Graziano, you're third. There's a chance.
Look good on you.
Cowboy, baby.
The Eagles, what that really comes down to is, are the Eagles going to really fall apart that badly? Rich just brought it up.
Same question we had 2 years ago.
2 games against the Commanders, 1 against the Raiders, 1 against the Bills. Let's even say the Bills beat them. The Eagles have to lose 2 of the following games. The Raiders, Commanders. Right. They're going to lose 2 of those games?
I do not think so. And here's the difference for me. Their defense is so good, and the year that they imploded, it was not. Like, defenses keep you in a lot of games, even if your offense struggles. They have a very good defense, even without Carter. Their defense played well enough last night to win. They will keep them in games and win games. I think they win 3.
Yeah, they're in playoff mode right now. It's hard for me to imagine. I know it happens. We see teams lose all the time. The teams that are not as good as them, but they're going to have to lose to the Bills. If we give them the Bills, that's one. They're going to have to lose to the Commanders. Like I know it's a divisional opponent, but the Commanders aren't very good on defense. And their quarterback is injured again. And the Raiders are the same situation where their quarterback's hurt. They also aren't very good. It's hard for me to convince myself that the Eagles can lose 2 of those games.
I'm in agreement with you guys. I will say, Graz, the hat looks good on you.
Yes, it does.
It may not work for the Cowboys.
Anyone's surprised.
Take it home, show your wife, and you go and enjoy that hat.
Yeah.
Watch you count.
Yeah, because remember that part and parcel of this also is, are we counting on the Cowboys to hold up their end of the bargain? You know, they would have to win out. They would have to win all of their remaining games, including against the Charger team that we saw last night that is game. The last 2, assuming they should beat the Commanders and Giants, are they going to sweep home Vikings, home Chargers?
Yeah.
I mean, the Vikings looked a lot better last week against the Commanders.
That's right. Yeah.
So that Commanders defense is just hard. I think about the Cowboys, they're better than these teams, I think, but the consistency is the same thing that we talk about with a lot of these teams, like the Bengals. Like, yeah, at their best, they look really good, but they can't maintain the level of consistency that I think the Eagles will be able to maintain.
It's 4 games.
Yeah.
I mean, 2 years ago, you would not have thought the Eagles were going to go lose that Cardinals game in Week 17. Kyler Murray went nuts in the second half, and he did. The Eagles should win the NFC East. They are a better team than the Dallas Cowboys. It absolutely should happen. It never does.
Crazy things happen, and we'll see. It's going to be very interesting to see what the reaction is this week. In a 5-turnover game, in a town, in a media market, in a fandom.
Get better. Treat others as you would want to be treated. And number 4 is never give up, never quit, never surrender. Give each other a high five. Who's got it better than us? Nobody!
This is definitely, maybe the best feeling, just a wonderful, wonderful feeling of winning and thrill of victory. It's certainly in the discussion. I put in the discussion the birth of my 7 children, my marriage, in the conversation, just joyful.
It's a nice measured reaction. It's in the conversation. Oh, buddy, listen, you get that feeling plus a little steak with some ketchup. Jeff Saturday's with us on SportsCenter AM. Jeff, those are big picture things, right? You get marriage and the kids and the whole deal. How do you view this Chargers team within the big picture of the AFC?
I love the heart. I love what Harbaugh is saying. I think offensive line wise is going to end up catching them, in the playoff run. I just think, and as excited as Harbaugh was about comparing it to his marriage and his children, I think that's probably why he was that elated, because he was as shocked as we were that heroic effort paid off the way it did last night.
More wins now for the Chargers than kids, though. 9 compared to the 7. The Chargers' next game, looking for their 10th win, going to be Sunday at the Chiefs. As for the Eagles, Jeff, they've now lost 3 in a row. We're going to hear from them right now, starting with Jalen Hurts after the loss.
I didn't play well enough. Too many turnovers. Lots of opportunities, especially when we get on the other side of the 50. And I wasn't able to get us in the box.
Obviously, he's a quarterback. He's gonna get a lot of,
In Philly, yet still the Eagles still first place in the NFC East. That being said, Jeff, what's your confidence level with this Eagles team going into the last month of the regular season?
Yeah, you hate watching what's going on, right? 3 games, and the way they lost last night. I mean, they just say they're limping in, and they got to get hot right now. You're seeing an offense that's struggling. You're seeing a defense that could win the Super Bowl. Again, that's how good this Eagles defense is. I don't know if they'll change and go back to more run-first approach, get under center, as opposed to what they did last night, running a ton of gun and trying to throw it when you watched how many turnovers it was. And I'm looking here, right? Like, is Hurts to blame? There's plenty of blame to go around in this thing. I know y'all are going to talk about it, but make sure everybody understands plenty of blame to go around on this Eagles offense, not just one player.
2 games left against the already playoff eliminated Washington Commanders, and then next week, that's a get-right game. Randy, go ahead and...
2-11 Raiders on the schedule. That's fun. That's fun. Actually, I believe a coaching win from this man also came against the Raiders, Jeff Saturday, if memory serves.
Sure did.
Yeah.
Come on.
One and done.
We can cut Jeff's mic. One and done.
He said one and done. No, actually, Jeff's going to be back for a little Overreaction Tuesday with Graz in a minute.
Not a lot of Raiders talking that, Randy.
The Morning Buzz is brought to you by Lavazza Coffee.
As for the college game,
Bye.